friends and family across the multiverse. They call me Ace Trainer Argent, and it is my distinguished honor to welcome you to another episode of The Blurred Bar. Now, like I said, I am the Ace Trainer of West Willie and South Silly, but I'm going to kick it to the man with the plan. It's his house. They call him Dan. Talk to the people, my man.
You already know who it is.
Who is it?
It's Big Dan.
Yes.
Rodan. Coming at you live from 215.
215.
Your comic book connoisseur, your sommelier of sci-fi and superheroes. Here to welcome you to another episode of Blurred Bar, My Bar Flies. That's right. Listen, if you know anyone who is suffering from sleep regression, you may be entitled to compensation.
Wait, sleep what?
Regression. You don't know what that is? Apparently it happens for the first 2 years of your life. Anyway, I'm not by myself. I never am. I'm never by myself. I have one more co-host.
Oh, goodness.
His name, he'll tell you. Pass it over to him.
From the land of the rising sun.
What's up, everybody? Tis I, hailing from the land of Sake, Shinobi, and Samurai. My boy is Godzilla personified.
Let's go.
Ain't no other name but this to go by. It's your boy, J-Hawk. Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
What a guy. What a collection of fellas. So the Blurred Bar is here. We go over media through a black lens. And what do we got today, fellas? What are we doing? It's a bit of a different episode.
Today is just a bit of a would you rather.
Oh, I hate those.
Well, we got a bunch of would you rathers.
Kind of. Some of would you rather, some just picking your brain on some hypotheticals.
A get to know us episode, apparently. Huh?
More or less.
Maybe. All right. I'm for it.
I'm worried about this.
Just in time for the questions from the Barflies next time.
Hey.
Subscribe.
Right.
Okay. Before we get into that, how's everybody?
Yeah. How are you doing? How you doing, Sterling?
Okay, here we go. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond came out. Just beat Cynthia. Was not easy. I was wondering though. I was like, am I just whack or like? But no, every content creator is like, hey, hold on. Besides that,
I saw your team, and I was like, these don't look like heavy hitters initially.
Obama Snow? Staraptor?
Calm down before you. I said it. I looked and I was like, I'm not seeing like ancient types, but you had a theme going on, so I was like,
No, it's just balance.
it was very balanced. The theme was balanced, and so I was like, okay. But then when you said it took you a while, I was like, this is not the same game I remember.
It is not.
Okay.
So I just started that. I'm in the post game.
Level 100 gold duck, and I was like, yeah.
Got it. Go, Goldie. Hydro pump.
Yeah.
What's going on, Dan? Speaking of blue gold ducks, blue side ducks.
Right. Nothing much. I am currently on paternity leave, so the only thing I would say is like you could stop the clap.
Nah. Showing up for your kids, you breaking the cycle, man.
I guess I'm honestly in support.
He said, "Give it time."
Right.
Wait.
Right. I was like, I don't think y'all have seen these kids yet. So you don't know. However,
I know.
I'm in full support of like federal mandated paternity leave. I think that's important. Like if you're a dad, I support that in the idea and the concept because one, it allows you to get the bonding time that you would normally not necessarily see if you're a working dad. If you're a stay-at-home dad, then great. You already got this. Or if you're a content creator and that's how you make your money, you're probably fine. But anyway, for our less privileged folks who have to be out here in these streets grinding, I'm in support of that. I think it's a really wonderful thing. I will say this. The first person who ever said that being a parent is rewarding was a lie.
Dude, you gotta get the.
I haven't gotten there apparently,
Bro, you still in the tutorial.
I am not. This is not tutorial. This is first level on brutal difficulty.
You die.
Extreme difficulty. Like step on a crack, you die. Like all of it. It's wonderful. And intense and exciting and frightening and saddening at the same time and maddening. But I love my girls. I'm so happy that I'm having this time off just to focus on them. At the same time, like I'm focused. You know what it is? I'm looking forward to the checkpoints in the day. Mm-hmm. The checkpoints in the day is naps. That's my save point.
The beacon is lit.
That's my save point.
Bonfire lit.
It's just like 2D side scrolling. Bottles. Step on. Change diapers. Kick them. Yeah. all while holding two babies at the same time, and then you like pass the banner and it goes checkpoint, put them down. Going to the shop, buy an apple, regenerate my health.
Boing, boing, boing.
Yeah, and then the end of the level is when my wife comes home. Yeah. And then the bonus level is traffic. I don't know why, but it is every time.
It's like the bonus level, the secret level in Sonic, where you gotta hit R at the right time.
Yeah, those are like. Yes, anyway, marketing and trademarks and all that stuff. I don't know if we're allowed to do that.
Yo, second, I want no smoke.
But what I've been watching, I finished Arcane, which I thought was insane.
Did you play League of Legends?
I have not, which is
It makes me want
this makes me want to play.
That's the point. That's why it exists.
At the same time, I'm also like, League of Legends has been out for quite some time.
Yeah.
Oh baby,
Like, I feel like it's not gonna be this good.
And I feel like but I feel like if I show up now, there's gonna be some like S tier person just waiting at the gates to kick me. And just like kick me in the insides and then
to their credit, they have done a much better job of like matching people with the people they should be playing with. The problem is people just they call it Smurf accounts. They just make new accounts and they just go kick people at the gates.
So there is going to be somebody.
No, it's not guaranteed. You should go. You should have fun.
I've played enough MMOs to know that there's always going to be somebody at the gate. That's just like, schmack. Just like, you still want to play this? Get off my game. And I'm like, no. What?
I think you should play. MOBAs can be fun and not toxic. This post sponsored by Riot.
Right. So I enjoyed that. I think maybe we'll do a B in our something about that, but I don't know.
I mean, we can always talk about it.
It was 9 episodes.
9.
So I'm also watching Hawkeye, which I'm in great support of.
I thought you didn't like Jeremy Renner.
I don't.
Okay.
I cannot stand him. But the show itself.
Have you heard his album?
I have.
Wait, what?
Jeremy Renner has an album.
He has an album.
It's very short.
Not that many songs on there.
It's exactly what you think.
It's a passion project of all things. But no, Hawkeye is doing great. I think there's a lot of potential for world building in this, which is they're doing it better than WandaVision and Captain America did. Wow. I'd argue that as far as world building is concerned. And set up for the younger Avengers. Like I think that's what I'm really excited about with seeing Kate Bishop. And initially, earlier in her career, earlier in her career, Haley Stanfield was did I get that right? Steffield,
Steph.
something.
We'll get it in post.
Haley is. I wasn't a big fan of her career initially, but I also had only seen her in Pitch Perfect, and I was like,
"Oh yeah, I forgot about Pitch Perfect 3."
Yeah. So, first of all, she's in almost like all of my favorite projects, nerd related. She was in Arcane, which I thought was great, and then played Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and now into the trailer that just dropped. So. This was a good week. It was a lot of diapers, but it was a good week.
She's schmoovin' out here.
Yeah. Schmoovin'. She does a really good Kate Bishop, by the way.
We feel like the character is done justice.
Yeah. And they also grabbed some nuanced characters for this.
Who we got? Who we got coming in?
Echo. Who? Yeah, right. Echo is one of these differently abled superheroes in the Marvel Universe. She's deaf.
Mm-hmm.
And they also casted an actress who has a prosthetic leg.
Mm-hmm.
So on top of that, she's just, first of all, great actress. And on top of that, she's just phenomenal as far as playing Echo is concerned. And she's also an native indigenous character. So I think they're making the right moves here. The Swordsman is the villain, I think. So far,
was every other name taken?
No, the Swordsman is. If anybody knows anything about Marvel, the naming conventions of the villains back in the day were very on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
Just they were.
Okay.
Hawkeye, that was very much on the nose.
That's true.
Swordsman being his villain,
the Tinkerer.
Yeah, like they didn't get very creative until later on, and then even then, it's too late.
Far too late.
There's an eye boy out there. Yeah.
There's a hindsight lad.
But iBoy literally just has eyes all over his body.
That's very
Like,
unfortunate.
But he can see almost everything, which I think that's a tangent for another day.
Anyway,
right? How are you, Josh?
I'm doing good. I also saw Arcane. I did think it was good. Started watching Money Heist.
which season is it?
He's telling us the last season.
That's exactly what I said. It's so season 5, part 2. So I really do hope that they end it with this season because
or else
it's just, I don't know, it's too drawn out. Like, it was a good story the first time. Actually, it was a great story the first time around. Second time around, it was like, okay, cool. You still got me. We're still here. And now we're just like, but you guys, like, why?
Is it an even bigger heist?
Of course.
Okay.
Right.
I would assume that's the way that Rugrats talk. And
thus applicable. Would you compare it to the Magicians in terms of why is this still happening?
They're not there yet. If they continue after this, they will be.
Oh, so you're saying you would almost accuse the Magicians of jumping the shark?
I feel like does the Magician is it still on?
I think there's one more season.
Oh
coming
yeah,
up.
yeah, because you're like they didn't know.
Oh well, then
There's one more season. I think.
I think because
Check us in the comments, please.
right. I think I feel like we both said that after Quinn died, it's kind of just like, why, like, what, who cares?
Right.
Because that next season was like a season of grief and just like
Big grief, big sad.
so. Yeah, I think Money Heist is at the point where it's like they should end it before people get bored of it, and honestly, from what I've been hearing from other people, they were already bored of it, like by the second heist kind of a thing. So,
Damn.
yeah, the people who are still watching now are actually like probably like real diehard fans. But I think if you continue on for another season,
It's gonna
it's
be
gonna
hard.
be like, all right, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Kind of like
No,
Kingdom
there is
Hearts.
no season 6 coming out. So
So it's done. The
it
Magician
should be done because Sci-Fi was like, thanks everybody for supporting it.
Outside of that, things are good.
That's good.
Yeah, things are great. Nothing to complain about.
Josh got cats.
Yep.
Yep.
You guys ready to get into these questions?
I'm excited.
do
Man. Let's do it.
Do it. All right.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm gonna break
Please do.
break this open.
Yeah, I think that's fair. That'll make sure the questions get spicy.
Or the
questions.
answers.
At least the answers. I can't.
Yeah, the spicy questions. Now that's another episode.
Subscribe.
Sometimes.
First.
To what?
First
The Blurb Bar does not
question.
have an OnlyFans.
First question.
Okay.
What are 3 evergreen games, anime, or comics, depending on your preference, that you wouldn't have a problem returning to over the years?
You want to go first or you want me to go?
Since I'll be comic book connoisseur, I'll stay with comic books.
Well, yeah, I figured you would stay with comics. I figured he would do games.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
You got
You just put us in our lanes. You didn't even tell us.
man.
You didn't say stay in
Hey,
the lanes. You were just like
I figured that's what you would do.
Cool.
But you have the option to do whatever
No.
you want.
It's fine.
I
You're
won't
free.
disappoint you.
No, you're free to
Too
do
late
whatever you
now.
want.
However, here we are.
I gotta rethink my answer.
You don't have to.
I'm gonna say Evergreen, Invincible, the
It's just
entire
good.
series.
It's just good.
It's just great.
I forgot that this was pure alcohol.
Didn't mix it at all. You got real heavy handed, didn't you?
I did.
I would also argue Marvel Civil War would be an evergreen one. That's because you can read that again and just feel the tension like rising off the pages. And then I would say Image Comics Saga.
Oh, that's dope.
It is by far one of the most unexpected sci-fi romance drama action comic books I've ever read in my life. Like it goes to some really weird places because it's kind of spacey, like, but it's more of like a Romeo and Juliet story that then snowballs into like what is going on.
Much like Romeo and Juliet.
No, but like Romeo and Juliet kind of caps itself by saying they did.
Spoilers, dog.
Sorry.
Spoilers.
Billy Shakespeare was like, got to keep this short.
Billiam.
The boy.
But Saga like takes it to a whole nother level,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're like the families, the warring families, and like racism, and like planets, and then slavery. Like they touch almost everything. If you have not yet read Saga, which I believe it's at its end, by all means,
Get the hardcovers.
yeah. But those are my three in the comic book realm. Since I had to stay in my lane,
I'm not staying in mine.
Do it.
do it.
For graphic novels, I read Scott Pilgrim every year. All of them. Read Scott Pilgrim every year. For anime, believe it or not, and y'all can call me a weirdo for this. It's fine.
We do that regardless, but go ahead.
Well, now you got permission.
Now we have consent. That's important.
That's important.
FLCL actually, because I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was like, oh yeah, we should like watch FLCL. And then they're like, okay. And then we were watching it, and then they just looked at me, and I was like, okay, here's what's happening. You see, now and then it's mommy. But even when I was still watching, I was still just like, yeah, you know. In video games, Final Fantasy IX. It was my first Final Fantasy. I'll still go back. I've played it before. I played it before. I played it again.
Now I shouldn't have picked three. I should have picked one from each.
The night is young, my friend. The night is young.
Can I go back and change my answer?
Do it.
Can I change my answer?
Do it.
I'll still stick with Invincible as the comic book.
It's just good.
It's
dude.
so
It's just
so great.
good.
Shows that I will watch. I wouldn't say anime because I don't think Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime.
It is anime influenced.
Influence, but I can watch that annually,
Mm-hmm.
if not twice a year. So I do. I'm currently watching that right now. But
Book 2.
I'm in book 1 just because I just started yesterday.
Nice.
But you know, it's still good.
2006. Isn't that wild?
Right.
Wow.
Also going back to that time, Skyrim.
Okay, I don't blame you for that though. I
Skyrim
think
is evergreen, dog. You
It's
know why
true.
it is evergreen? Because they keep making new editions of the
So-
same game.
Okay, would you say that for Oblivion or Morrowind? I know some people would say Morrowind.
I would.
but
Some
feel
people
like,
say that for Oblivion and Morrowind. I don't. I think the reason why is because how expansive the map is for Skyrim,
it's true.
and given just the ability to now modders exist, like you can almost do anything with that game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can literally be Sailor Moon. What you got, Josh?
Oh,
Is your answer Dragon Ball?
it's not. Surprise. Shocking surprise. I want to say Cowboy Bebop,
It's just good.
Samurai Champloo, and
Space Dandy.
of course. I recently rewatched Code Geass.
How'd you feel about it? And all these years later,
It's still a very compelling story. Especially like, you know, like forgetting it and then
Yeah.
like coming back to it. I was like, this was still good. So I would say Code Geass.
That's
Those would
awesome.
be my 3.
yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, what questions we got?
Yeah.
Next question. All your Pokemon must have one linking type. So like you have like,
Monotype. Yes.
But it can be like you can have like dark and
Fairy.
water. Or you know
Or
what I
a
mean?
flying and fairy.
Right,
or a
right, right.
Steel and fairy.
But you have to have one main type.
Yeah.
What is it?
I used to say fire,
Mm-hmm.
being younger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wiser now. I'm wiser.
So you're gonna say dragon?
So I'm going to say the connecting type is probably rock.
Interesting.
I'm grounded now.
That's interesting. You could do some cool stuff with that.
Yeah.
I'm saying dark.
Why?
I just like their aesthetic.
It's the energy
Okay.
and the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
It can just be that simple. I appreciate that.
I was thinking for myself, like, I understand Snorlax is a normal type,
Mm-hmm.
but he don't move. I support that. support that.
No,
I support that in a lot of ways.
Snorlax be schmoving, dog.
Yeah, but even then, he don't move. Like, even when he's moving, he don't move. He just like.
shooting hyper beams from his eyes.
Don't wake me up.
My type is water. I guess we can move on.
You know what's wild? When you put on your post which is your favorite starter?
Mm-hmm.
One, I only knew the first two rows. That's one. I was like, who are all these other people?
Who are you?
I was like, geez, I cannot pick up a game right now because I would get trashed.
No. You can pick it up. It's great.
It's the same concept essentially.
I know.
It's until you leave
Right.
that first board, then you're like, where?
But from the looks of it, I would enjoy Litten.
Litten's
That
looks
cool.
Litten, did you see
cool.
Incineroar? Its final form?
No.
Imagine a man, but a cat.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a wrestler. He's a wrestler cat.
Have I seen Incineroar?
Yeah.
Yes, I have seen
Wrestle
it.
cat.
I thought you meant like there was like some Alolan version or something like that. But yeah.
It's
Huh.
a furry concept.
Ground,
Stop.
rock.
Yep.
You said rock. And dark type. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a good gym
Gym leader?
leader.
I think
though.
you would, actually.
No.
No, your experience being a summer camp counselor would make you a very good gym leader. Because it's not about beating kids into the ground. It's about teaching them lessons about how to move forward.
I feel like it is about beating them in the ground.
No, you could be that kind of gym leader if you want.
Josh, your application is revoked.
Apparently, Josh is Giovanni in the making. I understood what you meant. I was just saying, I'm thinking about it. I was like, I don't think I would like to have to do that every day. Like, wake up every day and it's like, there's some wide-eyed kid downstairs. I got to go teach him a lesson.
Just waking up, let's get this bread.
Top of the morning.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
But it's going to be
How I
really
got
cool.
here.
It's going to be really cool when you get the non-traditional Pokemon trainers. So, like, they started their journey when they're, like, 30. So you're like, oh, great, I can finally use Aerodactyl. And you're like, wait, I just have an Eevee.
But, like, think about it. Think about how often you either, like, you rely on keeping a badge and, like, if that supports how you make money. Like, every time you lose a badge, you lose money.
No, that's not how.
No, I understand that's not how it works, but in my mind, because capitalism, right? I'm thinking like,
clearly capitalism has nothing to do with Pokemon because you can heal your Pokemon for free.
Exactly, right? That's what I said. Because of capitalism, in my mind, I'm like going home to my girls, and they're like, "Oh, did you win?" And I'm like, "I lost the badge today."
Oh, I guess Christmas is over.
Daddy, where's Onyx?
Fainted.
Go sit down.
I don't think I could live that life. So I'm glad. I just had to think about that for a second.
Cool. What would be the best game to wake up in? Like if you woke up in that universe.
What's a game with no risk?
The Wonderful 100.
Sims.
Well, Wonderful 101.
First of all,
No.
Sims.
Really?
Waking up
No.
in Sims?
Isn't
No.
it just life?
Death literally just walks around. You could be at 7-Eleven and run into death, dog.
Does he kill you though?
Yes.
I thought he's just a character. It's just a skin.
I thought it said,
Does he kill you?
Josh is like, yo, you see Arcane?
Right. He's like, you don't find that suspicious? Like he's just out
like,
here
nah.
walking around.
I thought it was just a skin.
You thought just Death was
I
out
thought that
here
was just
buying
money,
groceries,
you know?
minding his business.
That produce junk
Right.
shit. What am I going to do with all these pears?
Everything turns ashen gray when he touches it. And you're just kind of like, but does he kill you though? No. Not Sims, because whoever is the god of your game
Right.
might not be a kind, benevolent.
I have seen the things people do in The Sims.
I have done things in Sims that I
Right.
could not go to that game and get that back. But I was going to say, like, I don't know, Candy Crush.
True.
Okay.
It's candy. It's
True.
sweet, safe.
What
All I
about-
got to do is just move things and match them.
What about Pepper Panic? Yeah.
No, whatever that is. No.
I can't think of one because I literally thought Sims would be good. So if that's
Think again.
right.
I need you to go like watch a bunch of YouTube videos of the darkest things ever done on Sims.
Well, what about Lego Star Wars? That's like fun. And Star Wars.
It's also still risky.
How?
Like you do die in those games. I'm thinking about minimal risk here, okay? Maybe like some open world builder game.
Would it be what about what's that thing? The
Minecraft.
Farmers?
Farmville
Yeah.
or Stardew Valley?
Farmville.
Okay.
Isn't that what people were playing on Facebook like a few
Yeah.
years back?
It's a couple decades now, buddy.
Well,
Was
you
it a
know,
couple
what is-
decades?
What is time?
Yeah.
No, probably
Maybe
like
a
one
decade.
decade.
A
No,
decade
like
and some
14
time.
years.
Yeah.
Anyway, point being, I pick the Wonderful 101 because it's just such a silly game. Or like Saints Row the Fourth. Like once you get into like the later Saints Row, then it's just like go ahead.
Yeah, because technically you're in a simulation, so you don't like your character doesn't die. It just starts over again.
Just like the Yeet Turtles.
What would be the worst game?
Doom,
I mean,
Doom.
you kind of wake up in hell.
Alan Wake, Max Payne,
GTA.
GTA 5.
GTA. Like, there's no GTA game where even if you're an NPC, like, do you feel
Do you feel safe?
safe at any point? Like, you turn on the news, some guy is shooting down your street
Just cause.
just cause. Your neighbor got kicked in the face for floating money, and they don't even do it. They don't even
hijack
like
a helicopter,
Yeah.
landed in your living room.
Just imagine you're at the light and the car in front of you, someone's like, I need this.
Right.
And like just speeds off and you're like, man, I'm glad that
you
wasn't
gotta
me.
go. You gotta go to work, and you're just like, my car was taken again with this.
Your
again
car
with
was
this
taken.
stand. I'm like, for whatever reason,
You know
the
what?
man lives on my block.
You
Like,
need to be a stand-up coworker like Daryl, okay?
right.
Daryl Dolezal.
Wait, I thought you
he
meant
did-
Buddy.
No.
Mm.
Anyway. Anyway.
But no, GTA would be the worst.
That's funny.
No.
Just think about it, like the
No.
ambulance gets there and they don't even revive the dead body. They just kind of like look at it, walk off. They don't even know if you're dead or not. They just like,
Another one.
right. You're
Crazy
like,
Taxi.
Crazy Taxi?
No, bro, what are we doing? The Last of Us. Worst game. Absolute
Yeah,
worst
no.
game. Worst game.
Nothing with an apocalypse
Yeah.
event. Like, I couldn't do it.
What about Super Mario Bros?
It's just pretty whimsical, you know?
Yeah, but like, it depends on who you wake up as. If you wake up as a Goomba, it's not, it's not the life for you, bro.
What day? Nah, I'm calling out. I'm calling out.
Got a
You're
little
like-
tickle in the back of my throat. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Bowser's just like, hey, you haven't came to work in the last couple of days. Everything all right?
I mean, is P still at that castle?
Right.
Oh, well then I still sick. Right?
I'm just like, what's our mission statement here? Like, what
Can we
is
get
it?
a concept
Right.
meeting?
Like, what's the end game for us?
You could be the Goomba that unionizes, though.
No, I feel like you'll
think
also
things
be the
end well.
first one in.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh, now you're put at floor 1-1.
Yeah.
That's where everyone's ambitious. Like,
Yeah.
after a while, like, the speedrunners don't care. But that first one where the initiators, like the beginner players, they're like, I gotta jump on every single one of these.
Yeah. Nah. That's funny.
Go home, look at your wife, and you half the man you were when you walked out.
Literally, because you're like squished, right? What happened to your shell? I mean, I met this guy and
What happened to your show? Really? Really? You think that's appropriate to ask?
He ate a flower and started throwing stuff.
Yeah, okay, Phil. He ate a flower and started throwing stuff.
You don't find that suspicious?
sick of you talking about this flower. You ain't your mom, like all the things.
Yeah, he's like, and then when you say it's a plumber, you're like,
Right.
really? It's a plumber? A plumber with an Italian accent? We don't even live in Italy. What are you talking about? He just got fox ears all of a sudden. He's just flapping around. What are you trying to tell me? Are you on drugs? Are you doing drugs? I've never heard of a human before. What are you talking about?
Craig, you need help.
That's real.
Craig, this is an intervention, okay? We gathered here because we love you. The plumber isn't real. He can't hurt you.
She's like, I knew it was a red flag when you came home without your shell.
Right.
Who are you sleeping with?
Who'd you gamble? Like, what'd you gamble away for?
What's
You know?
the next question? Man?
Next question.
What's the next question?
He's like, I'm covered by insurance. You're not getting that shell back.
Covered by insurance. Yo, Bowser, what's the health care plan?
Well, you see, you actually have to get this form filled out by your doctor.
Right.
Only the super people are qualified for insurance. The super Goomba,
Kamak.
Do you guys have any questions before
I do. I have one.
All right, let's go.
And this is just a hypothetical.
Hypothetical. There is no thetic.
How many businesses do you think Bruce Wayne has like just let die? For it, I'm just going to set it up by saying all the times like on a flex, right? Bruce Wayne walks into a restaurant. He's just kind of like, I own this. I own this now. I bought this. And he bought it for just like to stop the Joker one time. Does he ever like come back and revisit the business and like help it like revitalize? He bought the trains.
I think he lets Alfred run that.
Nah, no, dude. Wayne Enterprises is a bunch of people. It's like
right. Wayne. While that is the case, Gotham is still one of the worst places to live.
Worse than Bloodhaven.
I'm just saying it is, right? So economically, Bruce Wayne just out here buying things on a flex just to impress one lady, one ballerina that he took, or the whole ballerinas, the group of ballerinas, whole fleet. It was just kind of like, I own this.
Fleet of ballerinas.
The whole fleet.
I think you mean jets. No. It's a fleet of jets, not ballerinas.
I said what I said. It's a fleet of ballerinas. And he's just kind of like,
were they Transformers?
I said what I said. I'm standing by it. I just feel like he leaves behind a lot of like dying businesses when he's just kind of like buying these things on a whim.
I think it's going to boil down to the quarterly report, right? Because we're worried about.
Does he look at it though?
We're looking at loss, right? And we're looking at profits.
I'm going to your camera here while you explain that.
Don't do it. I don't have a degree in economics. But we're looking at loss, right? And we're looking at profits. So when he buys the business, that business is now a part of the network that is Wayne Enterprises and Wayne Tech and what have you, right? So it gets a boost, a boon, if you will, just by having the name of Wayne attached to it. So let's not forget that. All right,
I'm just saying, I feel like, does he ever come back to these things? He bought it.
He doesn't know, but he has a team.
Yeah,
he has a team.
I'm talking about when you see Bruce Wayne walk into a room and just shake some man's hand. In that moment, gentleman's agreement, he didn't say, I'm going to have my people call your people. He's just like, I got it now. Wayne owns this. Now I got to go fight the Joker. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, like, stuff that Wayne Enterprises actually owns.
But can you separate Bruce Wayne from Wayne Enterprises, truly?
I feel like you can. Because I feel like when privileged folks like that just walk into a room and be like, I own this now. And then.
But it just becomes a part of their portfolio.
Maybe. I'm wondering if people are still running things after that.
Yes. The answer is yes. Is it Bruce Wayne? Absolutely not. But is it being run? I don't think he just leaves them in the dirt. Because sometimes they're mom and pop shops, and those are important. Why are you laughing?
You're right. You are right. I'm not saying that
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Those are the same thing.
I just feel like when I'm thinking about Bruce Wayne and then how busy Batman is, right? Like
yes.
The oversight. I feel like there's a loss in oversight. Like, does he just come back in and be like, oh, by the way, Alfred, I brought these 5 places.
He ain't got to tell Alfred, man. He got a whole bunch of people.
He's also not opening up his iPad and like writing down contracts. He's literally like, there's been scenes in movies where shows where he just does gentleman agreements, shakes people's hands and be like, all right, I'm off to the trenches.
Because somebody else is going to take care of it.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
He has people.
He got people. He got interns.
I'm just saying, if Gotham City is not thriving,
he got outreach programs.
I feel like he's partially responsible.
It's doing well enough.
Okay.
Just well enough.
Back to your questions. I'm sorry. I just thought about it. It kept me up last night, which is why I was like, I have to ask this question.
Enterprise.
If you had to be paired with one fictional character for 7 years, who would it be?
Okay, when you say paired, do you mean like living space? Do you mean like physically? Do you mean like karmically? Like we are linked together and bound to keep running into each other?
Why? Why did you just?
I need details.
You could have just answered the question. Is what you could.
I need details before I answer the question.
now you do.
Sir, can I have some details?
More, please. I was just thinking, like, you're just hanging out with them.
Okay, so that's not bound. I can leave if I want. See, because if I'm
No,
physically,
but you
He's
can't
saying
leave
you can't leave
because you're for 7 years you will be hanging.
You're
out with
intertwined into their.
Like,
stories.
am I trapped in this one? Like,
You're not trapped.
so the answer is karmically. Like, we will keep being together.
You're fated together
Yes, that's all I needed.
for 7 years.
7 years, and no
What's
less.
your answer?
I don't know. Go ahead, dude. I gotta think about it. I needed to.
Nobody likes
Right.
you.
The way you did all these leaps and you jumped and then you did a kick in the air and then you're kind of just like, I'm not landing. I need a few moments up here while I continue to do these acrobatic flips in my brain. 7 years?
7 years from 2022 to 2077.
Not that exact time. I'm assuming it's just in general. Like, it's a fictional character, right?
Yeah.
Snoopy.
Nice. You're gonna get some
7 years.
hijinks though.
Yes and no, but at the same time,
You're
I'm
gonna
also
survive
thinking.
those hijinks.
I'm also thinking like most of that's his imagination. I just have an imaginative dog. That dog,
he's actually just laying down and
Right. like he imagines he's flying.
Right.
Do I need to take him to a vet? Maybe. However,
I mean, little imagination never hurt nobody.
and then,
That's not true.
and I'm not also.
That's how we got iPhones.
I'm also
Little
thinking
imagination
about
never
like
hurt nobody.
Snoopy at like his prime, right? So 7 years, Snoopy slows down around year 5, 6. He's still got imagination, sure, but it's on the mat. It's, he don't leave his pad. He don't leave his pad. I think that'd be cool because it's still like, oh, your dog breaks out and dances sometimes. Yeah, not as often though, right?
Snoopy, sit down. Sit down. You ain't taking medicine today. Sit
Right.
down.
I also feel like Snoopy in real world would also have to be like on a leash. Charlie Brown was kind of like, where's my dog at?
Or people are like, where's Snoopy?
Right.
It's like,
I saw Snoopy just down the street. He pushing a cart of food. Like he doesn't have money, but
Cool. If I had to be karmically bound with one fictional character,
Josh,
Mm-hmm.
just going to jump over to you while he's working on this.
I'm gonna say either Doug Funny
solid pick.
or that might be it. Actually,
That's
funny.
Solid.
I feel like it's a good one because all you really have to do is listen to his relationship problems.
like,
Which, how serious can they be? He's like, what, 13?
Right.
but
but
then
like
you get to see him
7
till
years.
he's like, yeah, till he's like
That's
21.
that's at least Doug Funny, like in college,
Yeah.
out of
It'd be interesting.
his high school crush is Patty, but like he ain't been to college yet. You don't know what's out there. It might be. Who knows? The glow up for BB might actually happen. Who knows?
Stop.
I'm just saying.
Would you pick Pepper Ann?
Pepper Ann.
Would I pick Pepper Ann?
No, I'm asking Sterling.
No, I'm picking Terry Bradshaw. Not Terry Bradshaw. What is his name?
Terry Bradshaw, the football player?
No, Terry Bradford
Who's that?
from Fatal Fury.
That's not his name.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Google.
It's Terry from Fatal
Terry
Fury.
Bogard.
Damn.
You almost had it. Oh, you almost had it. You got to be quicker than that.
You would pick to hang out with Terry Bogard?
Heck yeah.
Why?
Because the fights don't get like, we're not talking about Tekken level fights here. We're not talking about people getting thrown in volcanoes.
But like
It's-
everybody's always running up on him.
yeah, they ain't running up on me. I just got to pay the bill when he like flies out of a window.
I don't know.
He
bro.
got Venmo. It's fine.
I don't think you're going that whole 7 years without hands being thrown at you.
Yeah. Terry's pretty
You
strong.
getting snatched by some villain.
Right.
I don't know, man. Now, I ain't played a lot of Fatal Frame. I mean, All
right, I'm gonna go to the next question because you're not ready. You collect yourself.
Him's lingering.
So you can talk to only one animal, like one kind of animal.
Okay.
Which one are you choosing?
Mantis shrimp.
You know a lot of mantis shrimp?
No, but I want to understand the colors that they see that we can't.
Okay.
It's squirrels, dog.
No, did you learn nothing from Rick and Morty?
I did. And at the same time, I'm like, they see a lot of stuff. I would like to hear their perspective on just the world. Because I'm like, squirrels also know how birds think. Because they
be chatting.
They hang out.
They got at least be living in the same holes and trees.
Yeah,
So,
they go to happy hour. No, I want to change my answer. I want to talk to orcas and ask them why they're horrible.
Why do you think they're horrible?
They are.
They are.
They're factually horrible.
They're not horrible.
No, they are.
They're just hungry sometimes.
No, they don't even.
No, they have the same free frontal cortex we do. They have consciousness. They understand that they're their own being. That's why they celebrate after hunts.
Don't you celebrate when you eat?
They are on
It's
the
different,
biggest.
dog.
They are like some of the pettiest animals in the world. They will literally like volleyball spike sea lions into the air out of the ocean for no reason, bro.
Like, it's not to eat them. It's just like, yeah.
It's just a yeet, and
It's just like, hey, Ralph, watch this.
like
Skibbity pat.
on top of the fact that they're like crazy strong, and
They don't have any predators, I don't think, except us.
No, they're apex.
no,
Yeah.
you want to talk to them?
Yeah, I want to see what's going on.
Nah,
Like, why are you like this?
There's a darkness inside of you.
I just want to understand.
There's a darkness inside of you, my boy.
How many more questions we got? Because now I'm thinking about orcas. It's time to wrap up.
Did you answer, Josh?
Because I work from home, I'm gonna say cats.
I think that'd be cool. You can get them to pay rent.
No.
I don't know about that, but
You can talk to them. I don't feel like you're going to.
Are they going to talk to you, though?
Right.
That's the question.
oh, they don't talk to me.
Maybe, but I also feel like you're not getting like nothing more than a passive aggressive answer each time, every time.
I don't know. I can see that with like other cats.
But
Not
you
your
know
cats.
your cats.
Right.
That's fair.
That's nice.
You can either have one thing from Tony Stark's tech lab or access to everything in the Batcave.
Hello? What? Tony has mastered like flawless energy. Like, you don't have a light bill anymore. Like, it's Tony
You
Stark.
can only
Tony
get
Stark.
one.
Tony
thing.
Stark.
Tony Stark.
I get the fucking arc, and then I would never have a light bill again.
You know how to hook it up to stuff.
I mean,
Okay.
the
It's
Tinker,
the one
Mason
thing.
out here doing
It's
stuff.
the one thing, right? So if Tony Stark made some renewable energy source, I'm pretty sure if
It came with
I'm
the
taking that
instructions.
one thing, it's user friendly is what it is.
It's user friendly.
If the argument is
to
to take
Tony.
one thing, if the argument is to take one thing, I'm taking Jarvis.
The person?
No, the AI from the MCU.
You mean Jocasta?
Whoever it is, Friday, whatever AI is currently living in Tony's lab, they're coming with me. They have access to everything
On a flash drive.
because then I could make everything in Batman's Batcave with AI.
Not true.
What
I
about
get
you,
that.
pal?
I'm gonna go with everything in the Batcave.
Sure,
There is a lot of stuff in the Batcave.
but you don't get anything new, do you? You just get everything that's currently in the Batcave.
Everything in the Batcave.
So shark repellent, that's
That's
just
fine.
the giant penny.
Whatever is currently in there.
Like
Yeah.
the giant penny, where is that going?
It's gonna stay in the Batcave.
You
I got
have
access to it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a storage unit.
Yeah. That's a dope ass party. Guess where my 30 seconds gonna be held at?
I guess.
I mean, Bruce is gonna be upset, but he shouldn't have gave me access.
I'll put it on the Google Calendar, Bruce. Did
Right.
You check the board? Did
You
check
know why
the
I'm
calendar,
here.
Bruce? Did you check the calendar?
Would you rather be trained by Daredevil or the Punisher?
Either way, you're leaving with broken bones.
You're coming through with some hurts. You're gonna know.
See,
when it
I don't want
rains.
my body count to ever go up, so I would say Daredevil, because Daredevil's going to teach you how to be effective without
That is
generating
true.
the bodies.
It's true.
Punisher's just like Molotov it. Like, no, bro.
buckshot.
I feel like there were a couple of steps we could have taken.
Right.
Before Molotov.
I think this escalated.
Like, everything is just like, drive the van through the building.
Right.
Stop saying that. Like, why is it your go-to?
I think if I'm going to get broken bones with both of them, but Matt would at least be like, all right, you got it now, and not do it. Where Frank would just be like,
You're not
all
built
right.
for this, fam.
All right, like, I got somewhere to be. You coming or not?
Like, the first lesson from Daredevil is listen. Just close your eyes and listen. That's the first lesson.
Okay.
Punisher is like, do you know how to load a gun? First lesson is shoot that Russian mob all up.
Right.
Frank will be like, come to this warehouse at 7 a.m.
Right.
And you just walk into a drug deal and it's like, I brought my resume.
It's that on the job training interview type thing. Yeah, field interviews. He's like, you didn't take the teeth out of his mouth one by one. Like, I don't think I'm built for this.
Can I just ask him?
It's too late.
That's funny. I agree. I probably picked Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's like I want to pick the Punisher, but like it's just like.
Do you though?
I would.
What's your motivations? Who has done wrong to you to pick the Punisher?
I just want to be. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
No, bro. He out here dead and unaliving people for no reason.
You stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. That's all I'm saying.
No, like, and then don't even fact check. He'll just be like, they was with the mob. Bro, did you check? You checked everything?
That was the pizza service. That was pizza delivery. What
Like, he only served them meatballs. He's not a part of the Maggie event. Like, what are you doing?
He was wearing the wrong colors.
No.
He's just wearing the wrong colors.
I feel like I said, Daredevil's first lesson is listen.
Hey man,
Punisher's gonna like, hey.
if you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. I'm looking out for Lavender and Rue.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
Don't bring my kids into this. You out here collecting social security numbers. You just out here just taking birth certificates off the list, off the wall, and you just thinking, I'm doing this for my godchild. No, bro, that is not how that works.
We've reached the end of the episode.
I want you to make you feel good about my decision of unaliving people. No, bro.
Came over talking about she got a boyfriend. I took care of it. Don't even worry. It's fine.
Josh, she's 6.
It was like she's only been in kindergarten for 1 day.
You're gonna call Mr. Rodan. Yeah. You know,
Tyler has not returned to school after the last 2 weeks. I know that we had a conversation, sit down with you and your wife about her having a boyfriend and how that was inappropriate. I was like, yeah, I did mention something to my friends about that.
Is this your friend?
It's just a shadow.
Listen, the police are here. Do you mind coming?
Answer some questions. That's so
Just
funny.
Josh answering the phone. I know who you are. No, like, I don't want that vibe around my kids. Don't bring my kids in.
All right, fine. I won't do it.
I'm not looking over there. I'm not looking at you. I'm ending the episode. So Barflies, I think there's really a lesson here for everybody.
No, we're gonna keep going.
Out of Batman and Spider-Man, who has the bigger franchise? Which I understand is hard now because
Franchise. So you're talking about all IP, like
right?
I don't know, man. You got to remember they have Italian Spider-Man. They don't have no Italian Batman.
There was also Japanese Batman.
There is Japanese Batman.
There is Japanese Batman, but there's also Japanese Spider-Man.
Yes.
So you think about all the cartoons, the MTV cartoons.
You got Batman the Brave and the Bold. You have the Batman. Remember?
But then I guess
there's a right answer to this.
I think it is Batman.
So I think
Batman.
I think there's a question of which franchise makes the most money, but then also which franchise has the most IP.
Oh man, that is hard. Because remember Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends?
Right. Like I feel
say it like it's a bad thing. That's one of the best cartoons from the 80s.
I feel like Spider-Man has a lot of
Don't ever
IP.
blaspheme like
What?
that.
Dude, I was saying remember it as a nice thing.
No, you said remember, and I was kind of like, it felt like a shot. Don't do that.
Remember the memory?
Yeah, do you remember the memories? But then Batman's also a part of Super Friends, right? So then you're like, Batman's been in. There's a Batman in Scooby Doo. Like
there's a Lego Batman,
there's not a Lego Spider-Man.
but not a Lego Spider.
There's a Lego Marvel, but that's technically.
I think I gotta say Okay,
It's
who's
Batman.
been around longer? That's the big question.
Batman.
Okay, so it's Batman.
It's definitely Batman. Batman's had shows since like the 50s.
60s, yeah.
There was a black and white Batman before
Eartha Kitt?
before the 1966 Batman.
Damn, I love her.
It was like test shoots and stuff, and yeah, it'd be Batman, unfortunately. But when you talk about the money,
especially now,
different.
Yeah,
Spider-Man does way different as far as merchandise is concerned.
That's true.
And every time that there's a Spider-Man movie, like schmack, schmack in the face. Batman products don't move as they move consistently, but they don't move like there's never like spikes.
Right.
How many Batman mugs are sold a year, do you think?
Too many.
I think a good number.
Too many.
I think more than like Spider-Man mugs.
I would think so.
Definitely more than Spider-Man mug. I don't think you drink from a Spider-Man mug.
You're right.
If
I've seen it done.
No, but you drink from like a Spider-Man sippy cup.
That's a nice question, but
I said what I said. I stand by.
you're disrespectful.
I'm telling you that
I think it's true.
Spider-Man is more marketed more to kids.
I think there's a truth to that.
You can't tell a kid to make sense of the Batman origin story.
I mean,
Mommy and Daddy are going to be upset.
You gotta get ready if you stay.
You gotta
ready,
stop that.
right? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So,
Yeah.
You sat through all of this.
Thanks.
This is the random ramblings of the Blurred Bar.
Blurred Bar.
I don't know what will we even title this episode.
Would you rather this or that?
Yeah, this or that.
You can go with this, or you can go with that.
Legally, are we allowed to say that?
I'm pretty sure we get like 7 intervals, so we're fine.
Okay. Yeah. We're ending.
We're not monetized, Dan. It's fine.
No, I'm not worried about that. We are nearing the end of our season.
Oh, how many more episodes we got?
We got one left.
What's the next episode?
Unmas, this question from the Barfly.
Y'all did it. Y'all sent stuff in.
After that, we're taking a brief break.
Brief. Real brief. Like Trunks brief.
We are working on some amazing content for you guys, and we want to make sure that we're doing it right. So if you have any suggestions, you can send us an email at theblurbar@gmail.com. I mean,
or you can text me.
Or you can text Sterling. Or message us and DM us.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Suggestions. We may or may not use them, which is completely our prerogative. But questions from the Blurred Bar is always going to Questions from the Barflies is always going to be our season finale.
Yes.
And hopefully, with the pandemic hopefully wrapping up.
Pandemic's going strong, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to say that Omicron. But go ahead.
Omarion. So, that's how I'm calling it, and that's how I identify it. Yeah. Don't touch it.
Turn the lights on.
I was going to say, hopefully, we could do something different for our season 4 questions from the Barflies. Maybe we'll go live. Who knows? We got a lot of exciting things coming up. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Because why not spread the word of the Blurred? You have a blessed night.
Ooh. That boy good.